Spring is the perfect time to get your kids to explore and discover their creative talents. And joining us now is Mary Renee Lemberg. She's the multitasking mom, and she's here with some fun and easy crafts that we're going to make with our kids this spring.
Yes, absolutely. These are not crafts that you will sit by and make yourself. These are ones that kids will get hands-on in. As you know, I have an almost 5-year-old and an almost 2-year-old, and both of them helped with these crafts. So we are first going to start with umbrellas. Now, these umbrellas you can either hang in your house or you can just attach them onto your refrigerator or even your windows. And what you start with are your typical coffee filters.
Okay.
Now, we actually had to buy these in my house because we now have one of those 1-cup coffee makers.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, which is great. But if you you just get the coffee filters, super inexpensive.
I was going to say, these are like $1 for 1,000.
Exactly. And you're going to use wax paper for underneath it. So, Seth, you can just plop that down. Washable markers are the next step, and you can just color in whatever way you want. There is no right way of doing this. Earlier today while I was prepping it, I just made like some little circle design on mine. Both of my girls, even my 2-year-old, made them, and there really is no wrong way to do this. Once you have colored your coffee filter, if you want to hand me that other piece of wax paper,
okay,
I'm going to use the water bottle.
That's what I was wondering, why there's a water bottle here.
As if you are spritzing glass cleaner onto your windows, or if you're spritzing your clothes before you would press them, you're going to spritz the water onto the coffee filter. And what this is going to do is it's going to cause the colors to start bleeding. Now, you can either hang this by a clothespin in your house over the wax paper to dry. I actually just take mine and I put them onto the window where the umbrellas are going to hang later. And within maybe 15-20 minutes, they actually dry and they come out looking like these.
That's gorgeous.
And all of the colors have bled through. You can turn these into umbrellas, which is what I did, which is what I've done before, using some glue stick to hold it together and a pipe cleaner. If you are adventurous, which we are a little bit in my house, we like sticking them up onto the window and then using actual window paints that you can create the umbrella stand or the umbrella stick with, or you can, write around it. The other use for these, though, is going into a springtime display for your house. I have a ceiling fan in our dining room, and I wanted to figure out a way that I could make it more springy and not just Easter related. And so I got inspiration from these foam flowers that you can find in any like multi-purpose department store. Big box stores. I hung those down using some really pretty ribbon. And then again, I was here around Valentine's Day time and I showed you guys how to make those cute little love bugs using the toilet paper. We painted them and then you can turn them into butterflies. This time we used craft paper and put glitter around it to really make it into a butterfly with the antennas. The other thing you can do is you can cut one of your pre-made umbrellas.
Oh, is this oh, I thought you were going to do a heart. I was going to make one of mine into a heart.
You can make it into a heart, but if you use...
this one's kind of a waste anyways right now. If you're doing this at home, don't write words, because when you spritz the bottle, which I didn't see coming, it all kind of disappears.
When you glue that on, it ends up becoming really beautiful butterfly wings. And then those really, as you're hanging them from your ceiling fan, really end up becoming beautiful, and the sun goes through them, and it does make the whole purpose as with the umbrellas on your window.
Now, one more coffee filter related question.
Yes.
When you spritzed it, you held it up to drip dry.
Yes.
Is that necessarily the best way, or do you sometimes want to let it dry on its own so it doesn't drip?
Either way, you can totally do it either way. If you lay them flat, like you can see with this one that I'm holding up, the colors become more melded together. Versus if you drip dry it, they'll end up spreading out more like those over there.
I gotcha.
So it's up to you. It's really okay either way.
Now this has got my attention peaked.
Yes, yes. This is so much fun, and I actually have to give credit where credit is due. My husband made this one up here yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, he saw me working with our almost 5-year-old at the house making smaller ones, and while I was gone running errands, he decided to get it in the fun, and he made this one, and it really came out great.
People aren't going to admit it. Adults love crafts too.
They do.
Right?
This one's actually quite therapeutic. You are getting messy, Seth.
Okay.
So in this cup back here, and I can even show it up front, we have a 2 to 1 part glue to water mixture. So 2 parts glue, 1 part water, and it's just your average white glue. It's non-toxic, safe. Then we are using yarn. And it doesn't have to be anything special, but you do want them in fairly long pieces. This one's, almost almost a yard, and you dip it into the glue.
Okay.
Get it really souped up, and you're going to actually take your fingers and you're going to pull down. As you pull it out, you're going to get all of that
like
excess.
Squeegeeing the glue
exactly.
off? Okay.
And then I rested this on just one of your deli containers. Using a latex balloon, wrap it around. You want to make sure that it gets layered over each other so that they will cling to each other as they dry.
Otherwise, though, is there any rhyme or reason to it?
No, no,
Okay.
you just have fun layering it all up around the bottom, over to the top. You can pick it up, and it's great to have the little knot at the top because then you can actually pick it up and wrap around the bottom of it to get the shape so that you get this shape on the bottom as well. So if you decide to hang these, you can make a collection of them. If you use water balloons, you can get smaller ones. Larger balloons to make even larger ones. You could use this as a really great centerpiece for Easter for your dinner.
That's true.
And then they'll last from year to year. Some recipes out there, and you'll find different ones online, Seth, will call for sugar water.
Sugar water.
I found, because I did make those as a kid, they start obviously molding over a while.
That's
This will
true.
be solid enough where you can just use it from year to year and it'll last for you.
Now, Mary Renee, we're out of time, but real quick, how long do you let this dry before you pop the balloon?
24 hours before you pop the
24 hours?
balloon. Pop the balloon, make sure you have a place where you can pull it out gently. And I suggest actually, once you're popping it, cutting off the top and pulling it out that way if you possibly
It's not
can.
a bad idea. Mary Renee, thank you so much for joining us today.
welcome.
Happy Easter
Happy
to you.
Easter to you
I love
too.
these
Thank
crafts.
you.
And for all the instructions on these adorable crafts, you can head over to our website, mymassappeal.com, later today.